like to introduce to you SESF, a mobile game educating children on sexual harassment prevention. SESF.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team Ori Knows All, and let us share with you the story why are we here. 3 years ago, there was a 9-year-old girl in suburban Vietnam who was raped by her dad and then committed suicide. At that time, she was the same at my age, and I was haunted by that story. And since then, I've never stopped wondering for the solution.
Just like her, I also wondering about all the problems about women in Vietnam. And I also remember since grade 4, I feel extremely frustrated whenever I read about articles about women being raped and they were blamed. That is why I contributed to this app. This project is a change.
Therefore, we have interviewed and did survey on our peers, and most of them, and unfortunately, most of them are like me, who don't have proper access to sex knowledge. So after the exercise process, we can clearly say that we have defined our problem, which is the primary students who face huge sexual risk because they have inappropriate and inadequate information about sex knowledge from school and family. We have a lot of prototypes, and this is our journey. Firstly, we start with a book, which I have published 3 years ago. However, my users through interview, they said that the books have many texts and yet no interactions. So we make a really quick Marvel app, which is simple in Sketch to help users to visualize and interact with the screen. Next, from the version Sketch, we have developed the Expo 1, allows users to download and interact with the screen. But however, primary student enjoys the app, meanwhile secondary student said that it is too boring and childish for them. So we can define the groups of users are primary students. Furthermore, 5th graders said that it is too boring compared to the 1st grader, so we increase the level of difficulty to avoid boredom. Finally, the latest prototype from Expo 1, we have developed the very first official version of the app, Ori Big Dog. The most standout feature in our app is that here you can see Ori the cat, over there you can see Ori the cat. So why Ori? Because she is created to be the close friend of users. No more teachers, no more instructors or adults. Here we have Ori to be the friends, and also she will show the answers to our players. Besides, they will reverse the star for the right answers, and later they can exchange the stars for customs for their players. And through asking, I can understand that our users enjoy the role-play games. Here is the game. Xin chào. Bắt đầu phiêu lưu nhé.
Tới giờ về rồi các em à. Chồng cô chú Hùng sẽ trông các em ra về nha. Cô có việc phải đi trước, một lát sau cô về.
Chào các con. Này, con ăn kẹo đi, kẹo ngon lắm.
Ngon quá, cảm ơn chú. Chú ấy đang làm gì mình vậy? Ôi, khó chịu quá. Chú Hắc là chồng của cô giáo mà. Tốt nhất mình nên ngồi im, đợi về nhà rồi nói với bố mẹ là được. Không được, chú đang xâm phạm cơ thể mình. Nếu để im gây nguy hiểm, thì cách trốn thôi.
There are two options.
Which option will you choose? Which option will you choose? That's a tough question, right? No, he's touching my body. It's dangerous. I have to find a way out, right? Okay, how about you, Madam Fibo? Which option will you choose in that situation?
So he selected one, the other one should be mine.
Okay, the other one. VTH is the teacher's husband. I should be quiet and tell my parents later. Okay, I will follow the ways of bitter Carrie. Let's see.
Không được nói với ai nghe chưa, lần sau chú lại cho kẹo.
Dạ.
Bạn ơi, bất kể là ai, đừng chạm, sờ soạn cơ thể bạn, phải phản ứng ngay để ngăn chặn việc xấu và hãy nhớ rằng cơ thể là của mình và biết cách nói không nhé. Bạn đã hoàn thành level 5 nhưng vì chọn sai nên không được thưởng sao. Lần sau cố gắng hơn bạn nhé.
You choose the wrong question, the wrong decision.
Xin chào.
Okay. So through testings and led the children at Kumon centers to play my games, I have received that 95% of students said that they prefer this game to the traditional way to educate sex education, such as speech, textbooks, books, and watching videos, boring videos from news. But however, I think that is not enough. I need connection to test more prototypes so that I can listen more from my users because they are the only one who knows which is the best solution for them. For the app, we need some technical support to continue putting it to its fullest efficiency. From now on, we want to develop level 6 to level 10. Also, from the education perspective, we want to engage in extracurricular activities and also adopters who are willingly to put this app into their tests. And finally, the reason we are here, we want you guys to help us to share, to spread out the words about the app, to raise awareness about sex education. In the working process, we have learned a lot of things, a lot. But in my opinion, having courage is the most valuable one for me because during the race, when we were racing, the fun was the hardest time for me because I don't really have much. I'm not really great, so it led up to a big consequence for me. So having courage is one of the most valuable lessons that I've learned during the process of making the app.
And I am the animator of the project. And yes, I drew most of the animation in the app. And during the working of it, I made plenty of mistakes. I don't ask when I have problems, and when I tend to keep too much work for myself. Due to that, I've made a huge mistake that leads to the loss of 10 million Vietnam dollars. And it made our team suffering with many sleepless nights trying to solve the problems. Anyway, I learned my lessons, and it is to ask whenever I need some help or when something I don't know.
Finally, me. I realized that each teenage has their own characteristics and different mindsets. Jo is a little bit stubborn. Actually, she's very stubborn. And Nathan is not so proactive. So after suffering lockdowns in my bedroom and going to bed at 2 a.m. for 1 week, I have learned that how to personalize the message, to delegate the task to each of my members. And also, the most important thing is that whenever in crisis, not shouting at your teammates, but we need to solve it together.
As you can see, we're dressing like our Teletubbies.
And most of all of our team, we realize that it's not unlikely like a silly poster, funny project, testing, scores, hours at school? No. To do social projects, we realized that we need to be serious.